Hi, this is Bob Hilke, and I'd like to welcome everybody to the year 2025. I hope that everyone's having a happy new year so far, and best wishes for a wonderful, prosperous 2025. So this is our weekly Q&A meeting for our strategic partners for Premier Alignment. And usually we invite people to ask questions, and I haven't received any questions during this week. So what I thought I would do is just share briefly a short overview of our offer as a review, because I think most people that will attend these meetings and view the recordings um, had a discussion where we reviewed the offer, but I just want to kind of refresh that for everybody. So I'm going to share my screen. Here's our little flyer that I made a couple months ago. Our consulting firm is called Premier Alignment. And the reason we call it that is because we align healthcare to work for the CEOs and obviously for companies. And Premier Alignment is a company that's owned by Oriant. Oriant is our parent company. And that word Oriant means to rise up with joy. It's an Italian word. So we help companies to align healthcare to work for them rather than for the insurance companies. And I grew up in the insurance world, working for over 31 years for the nation's largest health insurance company. And so, as a healthcare insider for those many years, I can tell you that from a financial perspective, healthcare is stacked against the companies and against their employees. It's stacked in favor of the big hospitals and insurance companies making a lot of money. And so we take and change that paradigm and align healthcare to support companies and their employees. We help companies implement the only healthcare model in the world that has received the Presidential Malcolm Baldrige Award for Quality, not once, but twice. And our model helps companies reduce their healthcare expenditures to 50% of traditional healthcare. On average, today, companies are spending around $14,000 per employee per year. And we help get that down in the range of $6,000 to $7,000, depending on what the company wants to do. But when we implement this healthcare model, it ends up being so affordable that the company can bear the cost, so the employees don't have to continue paying toward premiums, which almost these days, almost all companies, you're paying toward premiums. And also, there's no deductibles or copays when employees go to see their doctor. As the second largest corporate expense in America today, when you cut that cost in half, it oftentimes doubles the company's profit margin. Now, one thing that people often ask as one of the first questions when we're talking about consulting with healthcare is, well, it's not the right time of the year for us to be talking about this. But actually, it's the right time anytime, because with our consulting, we help companies to start saving today, even if it's not open enrollment. It could be any time during the year that we can implement some of our tools that help companies start saving and help employees start saving. And we just bring more choices so that the employees can choose things that are more affordable for them and obviously also for the company. And with employees having more choices, they're generally happier because they get to make their own choices instead of having to do only what their insurance company says. And when you don't have to pay a deductible or copay to see your doctor, what a relief. And when you don't have to pay toward a monthly premium, what a relief, because it's so expensive these days. And it seems like every year it gets more expensive. And so when we bring a solution to a company where the employees basically have free healthcare, uh, it's an amazing benefit for them, and it helps the company to attract and retain top talent. When we've surveyed employees after implementing our model of healthcare, 98% of them say they would not consider leaving their employer because they love the benefits so much. So imagine if you're a CEO and dealing with employees that have all these healthcare issues, which every company has that problem. And then all of a sudden, now the employees have free healthcare. imagine what that means to the morale and also to being able to attract because you have a better benefit package to offer prospective employees and to retain your existing top talent. Another significant issue that we help solve for companies is to avoid liability for recent healthcare legislation, which places fiduciary responsibility on CEOs, HR executives, and the companies, anybody in the company that makes decisions on behalf of employee healthcare benefits. And particularly when they don't offer the employees a lot of latitude in the choices that they make. And we can talk more about that in detail sometime. I think we did a recording once on it, but we might want to revisit that again because it's such an important aspect of the benefits that we bring to companies to avoid this potential class action litigation. And regarding our consulting services, we guarantee our work. We offer a money back guarantee. If the company doesn't save more money than our consulting fee, then yeah, we give money back. So with that, I see that Tommy Smith has joined our call. So I'm going to turn the share off. Hi, Tommy. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Bob. Happy
Yeah,
New Year.
thank
Yeah,
you.
love that you went over that. Thank you so much.
Sure. Yeah. Um, so yeah, I hope you had a wonderful holiday season and have the new year off to a great start. Um, so do you have anything else that you'd like to bring up today, Tommy?
So, two things that I'd like to bring up. The reason why we can come in at any time, not necessarily to start saving you money. We usually start saving you money after your renewals and after we complete the program. So sometimes we can start the program at any time. That's why we can come in before renewals. And so what we can do is we can start to fill in the gaps of pain points that your employees are having. So we can come in at any time and see what your employees are with our initial audit to see where your employees are dissatisfied. And we may be able to give a low cost option to resolve those pain points immediately, low enough that it makes sense to you to resolve those pain points. And then as renewal happens and we continue through our consulting and we change the whole piece, then you see a savings. And on the second year, you see an even bigger savings because now the product has been implemented. Our suggestions have been implemented for a full year and we're going into the second year. And so after our suggestions have been implemented for 2 years, that's where you see the most savings. So I just want to be very clear on that. So I just wanted to correct that. The other piece of it is the CAA. And so by us coming in and analyzing your situations and helping you save on your insurance. And once again, the average employer is paying about $13,500 per employee per year. And with our consultant, even keeping your current insurance, but bringing in some other choices and bringing in some options, we can usually take that down to about $7,500 per year per employee. So if you're already at $7,500 per year per employee, then our consulting is going to really drive home any of the pain points that you have and what are some processes we can put in place or what are some additional applications that we can help bring in or products that we can help bring in to resolve those pain points. If you're above 7,500 per year per employee, then our consulting can really do a lot of good and help you retain and keep that top talent. And this is where it's not free. I want to be clear. It's not free, but this is where we get the cost low enough that now you as an employer consider covering 100% of the cost for all your employees. And the moment you consider covering 100% of the cost for the employees, because you're no longer dictating what they have for healthcare with their money, you're using 100% of your money as the employer, thus giving your employee a healthcare benefit package with no cost to them. Um, you now know you are now covering your fiduciary responsibility in that new law that you mentioned. If the insurance is too high that as an employer, you just can't even consider covering 100% of the cost. So you cover, let's say, $1,000 and your employees cover whatever's left over. And let's say you cover $1,000 a month and your employees' cost is 300. You have fiduciary responsibility of that 300, or even if it's only $50, even if you're covering 700 and your employee is covering the other 50 because the insurance costs 750 per month for a family and it's only $50 a month that they're covering, you have a fiduciary responsibility of that $50 a month. That could be a huge liability to your company. So this is where we've saved companies as well in our consulting.
Awesome. Thank you, Tommy.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, I don't see any other questions. So, our commitment is to keep these meetings short, but to answer any questions that come up. So during the week, if anyone has a question, be sure to send an email or a phone call or text to me, and I'll be sure it gets on our next meeting. And everyone's invited to attend live, so you can ask your questions in person and have a discussion about them as well. So, very good. So I'll be sending this recording out, and again, wish everyone to have a very happy new year. And
Yep. And I would just like to say one last thing.
yeah,
Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. We hope your family had wonderful holidays. But do try to attend these on a weekly basis, even though we're answering questions, even though we're going over concepts that you've asked us to go over. We want you guys to collaborate with each other. Bob's done such a great job at building a great network of SPs, referral partners for us. So we want you guys to collaborate and get to know other people in this industry. So I would also send you an invitation to attend live.
that's a great point. It's always more productive when you can bounce ideas back and forth with one another. So
Yep.
awesome.
Perfect.
Very good. We'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Thank you. Bye.